Alright, Shalom Akim, back at you with another video. So I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem, Harakah, Kwadash, double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth through the power of the Rakah Kwadash. Sanitation to all the Akim, the Afwakim and the Wafbanim, that's the elect men, women and children that are obedient to the order. Kwam Yashala to the house of David. We're at the end, man. We're at the end. These prophecies are popping off, man. Hearing about the chip. All it needs to do now is to be made mandatory. You know, I just recently heard news that in some of these so-called indigenous lands, they're already giving them the chip. You know, where there's no where there's no real media, no real so-called civilization, you know, so-called technology. They've already introduced the chip to the indigenous people who don't know what's going on. You know, that sounds about right, you know. So they really want to introduce it worldwide, around the globe. So prophecies are being fulfilled, man. So they want to try and, you know, let the people them down gently. The ones that are in the know. You know, try and control. It's all about population control. For us to be back in slavery. That's what it's all about for the Edomites, man. That's what it's all about. Control. You know, they're frying the kitchen sink, man. I was just watching a little food video. It was talking about how the chickens are defiled, man. We know the scriptures, what the scripture says in Ezekiel 4 verse 12, eating defiled food. So these chickens, there's lawsuits against how their chickens are nasty, full of fecal matter. All the chickens, and if you look, when I saw that, the state of the chickens, man, a lot of them look like hybrid. 3 legs, 4 legs. Chickens supposed to have wings and 2 legs, man. These things look like you had 4 legs. Hybridized chicken, man. You know, but when you really think about it, if you was to dig into all the truth about all the food, really do your research about all the food, you can find that it's all defiled, and most of it is GMO. You won't want to eat anything, man. You know, look, the chicken looked like it had flidomai. You know, flidomai is when you see it's like somebody who's got short legs, and you may have one arm or whatever arm or whatever's left of his arm, maybe all shriveled up. He may just have one arm, he may have no arms, he may have no legs. You know, flidomai. Look it up. You know, something that they was giving people in the 70s, 60s, and it went wrong. Some form of tablets concerning the World War. I think it's some after effects of the World War. So they became all disabled. The youth them came out all disabled. One of the wars, but that's how those chickens look like. You know, used to really. And what do? They sell it to Jake, man. They make sure they sell that to Jake. That defiled food in the chicken shops, and you can see by all the youth them going in the chicken shops eating it. If we used to know the root of it, get to the bottom of it. We won't want to go near none of this food. And a lot of the pork and the swine as well. He's got cancer, you know. Minister of Well-being. Check him out. A lot of the food, a lot of the swine, the pork is full of cancer, and they're just hiding it or cutting a little bit out. Which if a swine's got cancer, they're cutting out the bits that show and selling it as normal. So boy, Minister of Well-being, man. And for doing the video, he said he got a whole load of feedback, negative feedback, for spilling the beans on this food, what they're selling to us. It's all to do with the population control. Frying the kitchen sink, chemtrails. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's chemtrails up there in the sky. This time of the morning, same way, or afternoon. The defiled food they're giving us. So it's all in line with prophecy, man. You know, can something clean come out of something defiled? Everything that the Edomites them touched, the nasty, abominable people them. That's why we gotta stay away from abominable. When Yahushua was telling us, man, Yahushua was telling us, swine is an abomination in the laws. You know, for all you that don't listen, you're gonna have to suffer the consequences, man, which you already are. If you ain't already got high blood pressure, cancer, sugar diabetes, you have to be careful, man. Listen to what the Most High is telling us, man, in the laws. You know, too much meat is not good. You know, scripture talks about not to be eating too much meats. You know, it's not good for you anyway. But when it comes to the abominable food, we ain't supposed to go nowhere near that. And the truth is coming out about the swine, the pork. It's got cancer in it, man. So if you don't know, you YouTubers out there, if you didn't know, most I was telling us to stay away from it anyway, and that was a protection. Most High don't make mistakes. You don't make mistakes. So yeah, man, at camp we was talking about how the nigger woman, she's out of there, man. She's gone. She's gone, man. Dyeing your hair, what one of the elders was saying, dyeing their hair blue. Why would you dye your hair blue when you have the best hair? You have the best hair, you have the best skin, but you're envying the oppressor. Blonde hair, blue hair, pink hair, rainbow colored hair, multicolored hair. That's because you're gone. You Edomite women, you're following the Edomite woman. You're envying the oppressor. You don't like who you are. You have a low self-esteem, man. And the Edomite women, them, you know, a lot of them are gone too, but they're not as gone as you guys. Not as gone as you nigger women, man. Which if you go on YouTube and you used to tap in white woman tries to look like a black woman, there's a lot of them that are trying to look like black women, doing their hair with cane roll, you know, which some of them Kardashian sisters do all that, do up their hair like black women, which there could be Jakes anyway, but they're under the vibration of the Edomites. So there's a lot of Edomite women that see you black women the way you don't see yourself. They see you, and how you see yourself and how they see you is two different things. You don't know what you got. You was given natural beauty. You was given natural beauty, but because you became haughty, you know, Isaiah talks about the women them of Zion have become haughty. So he had to smite you. The Most High had to smite you, man, with the curse. So if you're wondering why you got the alopecia, your hair don't want to grow, no matter what you put in there, it's a curse going back to because you had beauty, you had natural beautiful hair, long hair, but you became proud and you became arrogant, you became haughty, so the Most High put a curse on you. And now you don't know who you are. You're envying the oppressor. You're bleaching up your hair, putting all kinds of chemicals in there. You lost your identity. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. You don't like who you are. But the Edomite women, a lot of them wish that they had your melanin, a lot of them. Because they haven't got natural beauty. They haven't got natural beauty. No matter what they do, they would never have natural beauty. They're not beautiful. By the scientists, according to science, they haven't got beauty. You need to have you. You need to have color to have beauty. And they haven't got it. And what little that they do have don't last very long. You know, if you want to call it beauty, what little that they do have don't last very long. They don't age well. They don't have longevity. Their hair falls out. Their hair ain't strong. That mousy hair, that doggy stringy hair. There's no body. So I don't know why a woman with natural beauty, you once had natural beauty, so-called black woman, would envy a dog. Scriptures call them dogs, those women. So the scriptures don't lie. You envy your oppressor. You envy your oppressor, black woman. But really, I'm just talking to the elect. Because the elect women and the nigger woman are two different people. The elect are going to be joined with the elect of the brotherhood, man. We're going to replenish the earth and things are going to return back to normal. For those of you that are listening and are interested in the truth, stop envying the oppressor, man. Setting up to his old tricks. Setting up to his old tricks, look. That's the devil for you. You know, that's the devil for you. Always doing stupidity to try and hinder the truth from coming out. You know, but this truth is not going to stop, man. This truth is like a juggernaut. This truth is like the Terminator. Can't be stopped. Will not stop. For anything. It just keeps on going on and on and on, man. And it gets stronger and stronger. You know. Agaye gashataba shimi shai. Ike means I. Gaika means I rebuke. Shaitan means Satan. Agaye gashataba shimi shai. I rebuke Satan. Yeah, let's put a curse on the devil. Curse on the devil. Agaye gashataba shimi shai. Let's walk over here. Satan, I get restless. You know, should lock rhyme on the devil, man. Can't leave things alone. But yeah, you nigger woman, man. But you be alright in it. You be alright in the kingdom. For now, you're gonna have to be euthanized, man. When a dog has rabies, they have to put it to death, man. Those infectious diseases will spread around the body, spread to the brain. There's no cure. There's no cure, man. That's to be put to death. So you nigger women that are really gone, you're gone. The Most High have no use to you. None whatsoever. So, you know, for you that are of the elect, you know, learn to get yourself esteem. Get yourself esteem up. You know, get yourself esteem up. Stay with the natural. Keep it natural. Don't bleach up your skin, all that browning rubbish, to try and look lighter, or to whiten your skin to try and look more like the devils. They're not beautiful creatures. They haven't got natural beauty. They may have some kind of, you know, some kind of recessive, some kind of weak genes, recessive genes. So there's no reason for you to try and look like them. There's no reason for you to try and be like them. You know, for those you women that are beautiful, you have melanin, you're brown, mediocre brown, dark brown, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and the confusion of face, milky bar. You know, if you're confused, well, not confusion of face, you know, the Israelite foreigners, milky bar, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, dark chocolate. Actually, the darkest chocolate is the best chocolate. Is talking about health. When I talk about what I talk about, I usually come from a health perspective, a healthy perspective, and a long-term perspective. Because herbs and healthy food, organic food, they're not quick fixes like when you go to the doctor, but they do fix you and they do make you well. Whereas the doctor's witchcraft makes you worse, you know, and you may have a quick feeling of being well, and then on the long term you got all the side effects to go along with it. But when you deal with the Most High and you deal with his health and beauty, things to make you shine, natural hair, like the oils, the black seed oil, the coconut oil, the hemp oil, the pumpkin seed oil. The pumpkin seeds are for well-being today, yesterday, next month, next year, and forevermore, man. So let me just read the scripture and end off the video. Just started doing the video. The Edomite them was sitting over there, and they decided they want to start cutting the grass now. You know, I want to bring out this scripture in Job chapter 14 verse 4 says, "Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one." There's nothing clean can come out of being trying to envy the oppressor, trying to be like the oppressor. And that's why these foods are defiled, that's why the water is defiled, that's why the air is defiled. Because the abominable people, them, the put their nasty clothes on it. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. So that's why everything is defiled, because of the wicked. So for you who know who you are, all the potential elect, the hopeful elect sisters, just look at yourself and tell yourself you're valuable in the Most High's eyes. Yahweh Shai shed his blood for you, man. You potential elect sisters, you humble sisters that are obedient to the order. And the children, the elect men, women and children, the Akim, the Afwakim and the Wafbanyam. You're valuable in the Most High's eyes. Do not envy the oppressor. Kwam Yashala to the house of David. Shalom.